You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, B&B fans, I've got your early edition spoilers for September 9th through the 13th. We're going to see Luna tackled, Hope and Zende stunned, and so much more. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as we always do on early edition day, we're going to start with what is happening the rest of this week to give you some context and set up the spoilers for next week. So let's start with what is happening on Wednesday, September 4th. So if you remember at the end of Tuesday's episode, we had Finn over at, I think he's in the design office. He's talking to RJ Forrester and he's asking him questions about the night that Tom Starr died. And RJ is fresh off this conversation, with his dad about how it's like he doesn't know Luna anymore. She doesn't talk to him. All her time is about Bill. So when Finn shows up, he finds out from RJ that she was there the night that Tom died, but then she got a text and she took off. And I think it's going to be more of the same, like, I don't know her. She's not acting like herself. It's like she's a stranger. And so that's the conversation taking place when Luna leaves Steffy at the about to be demolished apartment, heads over to Forrester Creations, and she finds Finn there. And Luna is panicked. She is alarmed. And I do wonder how much Finn is going to say to her, like, I know you don't have an alibi for the night Tom Starr died since she took off. I'm definitely expecting Finn to grill her about Steffy, whether she's seen her. And I don't know if he's going to show all the cards in his hand or just ask some probing questions enough to have Luna in a panic, as she should be, because she heads back to her apartment. She, walks out of this conversation, or he goes, and Steffy is upset when Luna comes back, and she is taunting Steffy. I'm guessing she's going to tell her, I saw Finn, and maybe she'll say something terrible like, he's not even looking for you, he doesn't care, or maybe she'll say, he is looking for you and he'll never find you, wicked villain laugh, that kind of thing. And Luna then tries to drug Steffy again. Apparently she had been drugging the food and water. Steffy was turning it down, so maybe Luna is going to try a more direct route to drugging her. But we're going to get some confrontation and the beginnings of closure on Thursday, September 5th, because Finn finally gets to the apartment. He finds Steffy in the cage, and Luna is still in the room with her. And I don't know if this kicks off on Wednesday or kicks off on Thursday, but the spoilers are for Thursday. And he is, of course, horrified to see his wife in a cage. And Finn's mom, Lee Finnegan, is also at the apartment building that's about to be demolished, because Lee is the one who actually does the confronting of Luna. And while Lee is, confronting her, Luna flees. She takes off. She's just trying to get away. She's going to run down these flights of stairs, just trying to get out of this mess that she has made for herself. But Lee does not give up. She gives chase and she gets hold of her knees. She takes her down, like tackles her to the ground. It looks like, I don't know if Lee has some self-defense training, but Luna ends up on her back, pinned by Lee, and so good for her. So that's where we are heading into Friday, September 6th. So I'm guessing after Lee takes her down that she's gonna call the cops to come get her. Deputy Chief Baker has some more scenes this week, and I assume it's to slap handcuffs on Luna Nozawa. Lee and Finn definitely get the credit for saving Steffy, catching Luna red-handed, and exonerating Poppy. My question is, will Lee catching Luna and exposing all this soften the relationship she has with Poppy? Because Lee's never been a big fan, and it would be very much like her to blame her for what Luna's doing, or maybe this is an opportunity for them to chill out and get to know each other. Steffy gets out of that cage, you guys, and she and Finn are reunited. kid. She's in bad shape. She's weak. She's thirsty. She's hungry. I'm sure he's going to take good care of her. Meanwhile, on Friday, we're also going to have Poppy Nozawa finding out that Luna is the real killer. And not only that, but she set her mom Poppy up to take the fall for Tom and Hollis's murders. This is going to hit Poppy so hard because she thought she and Luna had such a good relationship. And of course, we all know this is a big retcon. Brad Bell and his room of writers have just totally redone this story. So it's very sloppy. There's going to be a lot of loose ends. It's a fun twist, but it's also hastily and sloppily written in a lot of ways. But it is what it is. So things are looking good as we wrap up this week. Then heading into the week of September 9th through 13th. Lee is going to be absolutely enraged that her niece Luna tried to kill her daughter-in-law Steffy. You know, she took her down hard, and I am quite certain that this is how Poppy gets her freedom, thanks to her sister Lee. So Poppy should be out of jail soon. It would be kind of interesting if they swapped cells. Poppy's out of the one cell, Luna is in her mom's cell. Or I am wondering if she might instead get remanded to some sort of psychological facility for evaluation. You know, there's a line between criminal mastermind and just somebody who is sick in the head and needs help. And it's hard to say which one Luna is. Bill Spencer, of course, is left reeling by all of this. He definitely owes Poppy an apology, I think, for presuming that she was guilty, but I'm not certain if the reveal that Luna is guilty is going to smooth things over to the extent that Bill and Poppy are going to be able to stay together as a couple. I'm hoping when Luna is shipped off to jail, Poppy is shipped off also, because and what I really hope is that Brad Bell doesn't try to redeem her in some way, because that would be almost impossible at this point. Although he's done it with Sheila Carter, who tried to kill Steffy and Finn, and she's walking around a free woman. So never say never when it comes to Brad Bell and redemption stories. Finn and Steffy are so glad to be back together and that she's alive. You know, this reaffirms their love. Finn is her knight in shining armor. So I think any thoughts of Steffy leaving town to think about things are over. Hope Logan should be in store for a double shocker, finding out that Steffy almost died. And I honestly expect Finn to cut Hope out of his life, as he should. And I don't even think Steffy should have to ask again. I think Finn just needs to proactively text Hope and say, this is our last communication, number blocked, stay away, something like that. But, you know, on soaps, it's always a face-to-face conversation. So after, you know, this goes down, Luna's arrested and all that, we're going to have some ripple effects and some aftershocks as everybody finds out that Luna killed Tom and Hollis and tried to kill Steffy. We're going to see reactions from Sheila, from Deacon, from Katie, from RJ, from Zende, the Forresters and the Logans, because she had everybody fooled. And hopefully Taylor Hayes is going to be there to help Steffy work through the trauma. And of course, has a big thanks from everybody that cares about Steffy towards Lee and Finn for saving her. And I think Liam Spencer is going to have to eat his words, those nasty words he was slinging at Finn. And of course, now Steffy has got Finn playing her knight in shining armor, which means Liam doesn't stand a chance, which I think is great news. All right, that's all our early weekly spoilers. Please drop your comments on what you're excited to see. Please subscribe if you're not already following us, and definitely come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I am talking bold and the beautiful with you right here 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.